Thank you for attending this workshop. This workshop today we focus on interview. But before we start, I'll just give you a very brief background of myself. For me, I'm a career coach. I do personal career coaching to one-to-one individuals. So anyone who has career issues, maybe they might achieve a career milestone but do not know where to head next, or even fresh graduates, they can come over and approach me. So why? Because in the past I used to work as an education counselor. So I spoken and communicated with students from different walks of life. And at the same time, I'm also sitting on the NDIS Toastmaster as well as the University of Queensland as a secretary. So being said that, I enjoy speaking with people, and from then I had a program whereby it can be designed to meet the needs of many individuals. So that's a little bit about myself. Okay. Now, before we get started, I just want to highlight again, this session will not meant to be seminar-based, because if it's meant to be seminar-based, I can assure you, you go and Google it, you can find all the 50 interview tips, 100 interview tips. It's not going to be very useful. Because why? The next thing you know, you go home, you put the notes aside, and that's it. People learn through experiences, learn through visual, learn through sharing. Okay? So which is why today's session, I only have 2 hours. Library give me 2 hours, unfortunately. So we are going to have some role play later on. I need everyone's participation. If we have time, we do everyone. If not, we do a few people. And we're going to do some scenario play. So which is why I think it's very important to have icebreaker, because everyone looks very tense on a good Saturday. Okay. Now, this icebreaker, I need you to everyone of you to say your name and a strength that you possess that can be reflected in the interview. Let me start with myself. Okay. My name is Ken, and one of my strengths that I possess in the interview is I'm confident. Because being as a career coach, I've been through a number of interviews, in fact a dozen. I started work since I was 16 years old. So I like to go interview. People don't like to go interview, I like to go interview. I don't know why. Okay, because I go interview from a young age, I come up, I try to experience and witness why I'm not being selected for the job interview. Right now, I would say that I've seen quite a number of interviewers and interviewees. Okay, so can we start from this lady here? Okay, don't feel shy. Today is meant to be stimulating learning. Maybe you want to stand up so that everyone can see you.
I think the basic essence of an interview is to evaluate the person. Whether he is fit for the job, or he is fit for the company, and he is fit for a team. So that's what I feel as the basic thing about an interview. So then comes negotiation.
Okay.
And yes.
So evaluation and negotiation. Okay. Good. And what is the main purpose of the interview?
Sorry?
What is the main purpose of the interview?
Main purpose of the interview is to find, is we have a requirement. The interviewer finds out, he sees a few people and he identifies who is best for his requirement. So this is an interview.
So that means to say one of the parties has to create a need.
If it suits him, yes.
Okay. Sure. Okay, great. Now this is a part of the dialogue session also, that you can be able to understand each other's views about what interview is all about. How about you?
I think the interviewer already has the needs already.
Okay.
So you're just trying to find out whether the person who is attending the interview has the essential, whether he can satisfy his needs or not. Then it all depends on the interviewee, how he sells himself based on the preparations he made, probably by his experience or through the website, the company website, or yeah.
Okay, so you
want to really understand. Continue by negotiation.
Sure. I think that's a very good answer, but you have to take note as a candidate, try to have a balance of not overselling or underselling yourself. Yeah, so that means to say, make sure you don't talk too much about yourself, which is some candidates, they tend to tell themselves too much. Oh, I have 30 years of experience, I have maybe 10 years of experience, I have a good educational profile, I have educational merit, so and so forth. Then they start to not asking questions. Okay? One more? Any one more volunteer? What interview is all about? Anyone want to give a shot? Yourself, sir? You look very confident. Okay.
Of course, it's just to find out, whether you are suitable for it, going away. I think in a way it's not like, they see your resume. So it's just to, find out whether you are, the terms and, conversations, as what she mentioned on. So the main thing is just that, of course you have a lot of interviews
Okay, great. So that means to say, and he has mentioned about his weakness. What is your first response? What do you think? Do you think he has answered your question? Now, let's ignore the job ad for a while, but on a general basis, do you think he is right in answering the question? Do you think that is his winning strategy? What do you think?
I was asked this question in HP, record.
Well, you're very honest.
This question defeated my purpose there.
Okay.
And I was given an answer that, sorry, you was not selected. This is the reason they given to me. And I feel really very sorry for that. It happened 10 years ago.
Or 10 years before.
So I still remember that. It's a good question. I still cannot change my attitude.
Okay.
From there. So if anyone can give me a good reason, or I don't know, if you are saying from the company point of view, yeah, then of course they are rather talking on, you know, their own book on their procedures, right? Then in a way you are going against the procedures. If you are saying on terms or company procedures, then you are going against it. I mean, that's why I say it's your own, yeah, that's what I see. About interview, they rather, you know, on the book point of view, by the book.
Okay. So you don't mind, right? Because you're going to be very objectionable here. Yeah, so that's the best way to learn, by reflecting on the questions and answers. That's what always my workshop is all about.
Then I also can answer that, yeah.
Sure, perfect, great. Anyone want to give a try again? This gentleman has answered. Anyone want to give a try on what do you think is the best answer? Or do you think he answered correctly? What? Okay. No, sir, let me put in my view. Okay, sure. Put your CV inside also that you can talk about again your personal experiences and use your game plan, winning strategy, how you adopt. Okay. Are you confident at points? Now, if you lack the confidence, you know that that's your greatest weakness, work on it. If you need help again, look for me. Okay. You find that looking for me is not very good idea because you might feel I'm like a stranger. Never mind. Go through with your friends, your peers. Okay. Tell them a story that you always love to tell. And ask them to sit down. And then you stand in front of them. Today I'm going to tell you a story. Find a venue and then you tell the whole story. Okay. Okay, I'm serious because I can tell you is that in any most jobs, right, whether you be an engineer or anything, confidence level is looking very important. Even though you are working at back end, right, confidence level to do something else is always inbuilt in you. Whether you do a project, whether you do a architecture or anything, you know, confidence is something that is, you know, you can bring up anywhere you go. It's something transferable. So that's something very, very important. Okay. How about your personality? Will it be a stumbling block? Do a planning. Okay. Now, if you find that you are a person who is very pessimistic, not very optimistic, and your own personality traits, and you find that you are a person who is very quiet, very reserved, so would that be a stumbling block towards interview because you're not willing to share everything? Now, of course, if you apply for an entry level, that is okay, but you apply for a middle to senior management, that might be a problem really. Agree? You look a very confident person. I like your confidence. Okay. Okay. So that is something very important. So then, take note on planning. You also have to read on the company website. Now, my suggestion for reading company website is to take a piece of paper, write it down. Okay? Humans, again, by psychology, always say writing it down always helps. Write it down if you think that that's the best option, and then after that you say what are the key points you find out from the company. Because normally the company person or the interviewer will ask you, what does our company deal in? And you do not know, I mean that's quite embarrassing, right? Because you don't know what the company is doing and you're here in the first place. So sometimes it's good to know, what the company deals in. Now, my question back to you is that after knowing what the company does in, how can you provide the solution and what do you think the company is doing? So you just have to do a little bit of memorizing it and then, if you can able to tell me the org chart, organization chart panel, it's like what department, okay, press it really. Okay, you can say, oh, there's a marketing, there is maybe operational, there is maybe administrative department, and then there is another strategic planning department, and all report to the HQ, and your CEO is so and so forth. Wow, impressive! You have done your work. Okay? So, it's good to do planning. So, take note, before you go for interview, you can do this checklist, a very quick checklist. Now, there's a lot of them, but just summarize it for this checklist.